All right, good evening, guys. Ken at Tortoise Capital. This is the nightly strategy podcast for Sunday, October 3rd, 2021. We got half a dozen trade frames to work through, so let's jump into it. The first one is in CVX, and so we have our standard weekly, daily, and hourly frame from Ken H. Thank you, sir. So, strong resistance area here on the weekly in that 107 to 109 region, which leaves about $4 of room available here to the first line of kind of resistance, I would say. On the daily, that's really up around 109, so I'm gonna stay with that. So we'll call that plus 5 till the resistance is over. And on the hourly, we've got a couple. There's a couple kata twos. Then the first significant pullback and held support at 102, and he's looking for about a $2 risk. So $2 risk against the $5 potential gain gives us 2.5 to 1. In good shape. Would I take the short here? I think I would, because if this doesn't hold at 102, then there's a gap that's going to get filled pretty quick, and then that's already underneath what would have been support. So if that gap gets filled, then it's going to come back to this space about 97. So really, from 104 to 97, there's about $7 a downside. And again, on the $2 risk, that gives you about 3.5 to 1. So we have a nice trade frame in either direction here. I like that. This is where I think I would add a second position at 98. So if this failed here and then started to recover, I'd cash it. But if it falls through here, this is where I want that second position added en route to about 94. Okay. All right. Next up is Wynn, the resorts. They've been suffering here because of the reduced travel with this COVID that will not disappear. So you get two layers of upside here. In one sense, that is 104 looks like a little bit of resistance at the PSAR. There's a little hump to the RL10, and that gives you, $7 gain. If it breaks above that second position to the resistance at 104. So this is one that could take a month or so to unfold. So this price at 104 is this price at 104. That's the resistance there. So really about a $4 risk, $3 risk. So if it breaks above 87 and a quarter, it's you got Bollinger Band mean at 93. So that's about $6 on a $3 risk. So it's 2 to 1 just to the Bollinger Band mean. And that's not even much resistance, if we're being honest. You don't get the resistance to here. So that the upside is really nice. And now you have a low, a higher low, a second higher low, closed strongly. And now the breakout from here has no resistance whatsoever until at least, 93. I think I'd put that second position on right about there. Looks good. And then the short, if this failed down through 85, I think I like that because I want to be short here. And if it breaks 83, I think is where I'd put my second short. And then if it breaks 80, third short. Good find. This is a frog champion too, so it trades very nicely intraday. DraftKings. Let's see. The weekly is showing that Kata 2 really had a nice move from 52 to 64, which is about plus 22%, and just as quickly failed. And so holding support here is like holding support here, and so that first move into this region is within reason, so that's plus $4, and he's looking at a $1 risk, so that's 4 to 1. And then if it breaks above here, second position, and now you're looking to the Bollinger Band mean at 57, and if that works, really to this cluster at 60, and then 63, and then 65. So you got a very nice price ladder and getting well started, and it could make that move in 20 days once more. Panic selling, collapsing several times, but a really strong move Friday on the basis of I guess this is, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday held support. I think I'd have this even tighter stop here, if I'm being honest, at 50, because if this breaks above here, now I only got about a 60-cent risk, and if that thing gets going, I'd like to be able to get my stop in there pretty quick, and then it's got to get above 53. So yeah, I like the smaller risk at the VWAP rather than the 2-day low. And but I like that as the short position at 49. The weekly is right in the middle of a strong congestion zone, and there's a strong argument that it can succeed and a strong argument that it can fail. Perfect critical state. And it's already given us a move from 74 to 83, which is plus $9 on 72, which is a 12% gain, 1/8. And it doesn't take much to get back in, and doesn't take much to fail. And really, if it breaks 72 and then 71, so if that's your first position short, decide if you want a second short at 72. That's where I want it. Or you could take a second position at 71, or you might even add the third position at 71. And then when this whole thing collapses, this was all gap. So that thing could fail through there pretty rapidly. And now you have that beautiful mount. Now notice how it takes an extra leg, a pull back and go, but when it fails, it fails. So a low, a higher low, and a nice breakout here. Yeah, I think I would be at like 74. Long at 75.30, so $1.50 risk, and your first resistance is here at call it 80, so that's like $5 on $1.50. That's 3 to 1. Nice work, and clearly short. This is so volatile, you want it in either direction. And our last one for tonight, PayPal. It got smacked in the same way the cryptos did. So swing high around 305. Another resistance level at about 293. Resistance at the belly of the dragon at 275. So that's plus 11. And you're looking at about a $4 risk. So that's basically 3 to 1 just to get to here. And then a second leg up to 290 is $15. That's another 4 to 1. Yeah, this has plenty of upside room. And the only troublesome thing is that it broke this support at 270 along with the crypto assassination. But you do have a 123 entry, so you're buying this the fourth day of momentum with about a $5 risk, $6 risk maybe. Yeah, $5 risk because he's got that pretty tight. Can we see $10 to the upside to 275? Sure. There's the first resistance anyway. Second resistance, third resistance. That's where I had my second position at 275. And the failure out of this is immediate and obvious. So great work on 5 critical states, Ken H. Well done. I'm going to take a look at. Let me. Oh, yeah. You said Luke had some frames on there. I didn't see him. Let me check real quick. Oh, okay. Thank you. Good catch. I thought those were from. Yeah. They were from yesterday, but they were after we did the report. So thanks. Thanks. Good catch. All right, so Treasuries was like 7 to 1 on the weekend report, so we have to love that. Because if we get some more weakness, then this thing could really work and have a nice, strong support here around 144. And I love the follow through. One long, 2 long. It's got to get through this, so that gets your second position long. And then this is thin right here, so it should get through that pretty easily. And now your resistance is up in here. So great shape. And then I think the short side is pretty clear too. Good work. DIA, weekly, daily, hourly. That beautiful long run up, reverse and run up. But now this is really starting to get troublesome. Look how much selling pressure there has been. Now he's got a 1 day range in here nice and tight. Actually, that's like the half. That's the last hour. And he wants to get short in here. I like that because it should come down and test this. And if it fails through that, then you're getting this second position here. This second position is that second position. And then the upside's pretty obvious. You're going to get a move to here. So if that's the risk, 1, 2 to the upside, add a second position here, and this thing will be free and clear. 150. All good stuff. The upside would be the more surprising trade based on the weakness last week. All right, and then finally, Nucor. Nucor Steel has been lagging the other steel companies. And just notice the volatility. This thing just swing trades so beautifully. 1, 2, higher low, big move up, and all the way back to the support level. That's what you want in a swing trader that has lots of volatility, lots of volume. This little gap down to here held support where it held support before. It's now holding support again after it does one more little run up and down. So this price here, that third green line, that's easy to believe in, and you've got such a tight stop. That's 1, so 2 scoops to the upside. And if it breaks above here for your third, I would put my second position there rather than here. I'd like to see this thing clear and go. But I understand why you would want to put a second position here. But you only got one R in hand with momentum. I'd rather see you just get a strong move and be done with it, to be honest. Then the short side, powerful, because you can get this kind of move in one day. This thing could come all the way down to here. So those all look really good. All right, guys, good work. Starting the next foundations course tomorrow, and back in the saddle. I got jury duty tomorrow, so I'm going to be trading on break. So take good care, and we'll get after it again tomorrow.